Every morning, Daniel opened his eyes and looked around the room like it was the first time he'd ever seen it. He didn't recognize the woman sitting beside him, even though she was always there. Her name was Grace, and she was his wife. To Daniel, she was just a kind stranger. But to Grace, Daniel was still everything. Her husband, her best friend, her once-in-a-lifetime love. Even as Alzheimer's slowly took pieces of him away, she stayed. Grace remembered everything for the both of them. She remembered how they met at a park on a rainy afternoon, how he had nervously asked for her number. She remembered the way he danced with her in the kitchen, humming old songs under his breath. She remembered the late-night talks, the road trips, the tiny apartment they once called home. Daniel, though, couldn't hold on to any of it. Each memory slipped through his fingers before he even knew it was there. Still, Grace refused to let go. She spent her days telling him stories, their stories. She showed him pictures of their wedding, of vacations, of birthdays and quiet mornings spent watching the sunrise. She waited, always hoping that something would spark, that some part of him would recognize her. But his gaze remained empty. He didn't know her name, didn't know why she cried when he asked who she was. There were days when the weight of it all nearly broke her. Loving someone who couldn't love you back the same way, at least not anymore, took a different kind of strength. But Grace believed in the promise they made all those years ago. Through sickness and health, through joy and sorrow. She believed that love was more than memory. It was something deeper, something that even time and illness couldn't erase. One rainy afternoon, as thunder rolled gently in the distance, Grace turned on the old record player. A soft melody filled the room, their wedding song. It was something they hadn't played in years, something she had nearly forgotten herself. But as the first notes played, something changed in Daniel. His eyes slowly lifted. For the first time in months, he looked at her, not through her. His hand reached out. He stood, shakily, and pulled her close. They swayed in silence. There were no words, no explanations, just the music and the weight of 100 forgotten memories rising to the surface. In that moment, Daniel remembered. He remembered the woman in his arms. He remembered why that song mattered. Grace didn't cry. She just closed her eyes and held on to the moment, letting it wrap around her like a warm blanket. It was their last dance. The next day, Daniel forgot again. The music didn't bring him back. The look in his eyes was gone. But Grace had been given a gift, one moment of clarity, one sliver of the man she married. That was all she needed. She didn't love him for what he remembered. She loved him for who he had always been, and that love had never left her. Love, she realized, isn't always about the big moments. It's about staying, even when things fall apart. It's about choosing someone over and over again, even when they can't choose you back. Grace's story with Daniel wasn't about loss. It was about holding on, about finding beauty in the quiet and strength in the stillness. Their story reminds us to make the most of the time we have, to cherish the people we love while we still can. Because one day, all that's left might be a song, a glance, or a single dance. And if we're lucky, that will be enough.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.